Have you ever wondered why certain groups are greater than the sum of their individual parts, but some are less? Like some groups are just far more effective, and some teams just aren't. See, this has been a question that was gnawing at me for a while, and I stumbled upon Peter Skillman's research. Now, Peter Skillman wanted to figure out what makes teams most effective, and he set up a fun little experiment. So he brought Stanford University students, business students from Stanford, and he put them through this challenge. But he also took kindergartner students and he put them through this challenge. The challenge was quite simple. All you had to do was build the tallest structure. And he gave you spaghetti noodles, he gave you tape, he gave you a yard of string, and he also gave you a big fat marshmallow. And the only rule was that the marshmallow had to end up on top of the structure. And he wanted to see what made some teams more effective than others at completing this task.
See, the business students got straight to work. They had a strategy, they were very rational, they examined all the materials, and they were really able to play off each other's ideas. The kindergartners, on the other hand, they had no strategy. They really talked with each other, and there was no sharing of ideas. They just kind of stood next to each other and just worked on it. Now, if you and I were to place bets, the bet would be pretty obvious. I'd place my bet on the business students who are more intelligent, more capable, and go to Stanford. But your bet and mine would be completely wrong. See, what Skillman found in dozens of trials was that kindergartner students, on average, built towers that were about 26 inches tall, while business students built towers that were only 10 inches tall. See, this seems confusing because a lot of us have an understanding of team performance where we're analyzing the individual skill of each team member. The business students are smarter, more intelligent, older. But what we're missing is the most important part, the actual interactions between the team members. See, the business students appear to be smooth in their actions. They're strategizing, but really what's happening is that they're dealing with status management. They're trying to figure out who's in charge and can I critique this person, or what are the rules and how do I navigate this situation? What seems to be smooth decision-making and rational thinking really is them just navigating uncertainty. It's inefficient because they don't know what they're really doing and they don't know how they feel about it in the group. And the kindergartners, on the other hand, who seem on the surface to be all over the place with no strategy, are actually all working in one uniform way, solving the problem immediately together and giving each other little bits of communication where they need it. They have this real interesting foundation of trust that really dictates the interactions between them. See, as a manager, we're often obsessed with the idea of hiring the best talent. And while that's great, what we sometimes overlook is the more important piece of how our team and our talent interact with each other. See, what we learned from our kindergarten students was that foundational piece of trust and belonging and how they interacted with each other is what allowed their team to outperform individuals who have much higher level of cognitive skill and intelligence. And so as a manager, we really have to think about these pieces. How our team establishes deep trust, how our team comes together to create an environment where we feel comfortable and not engaging in status management, not engaging in ego and navigating uncertainty between each other, but in a way where we're like those kindergarten students, standing next to each other, giving each other little bits of commands, but all working towards the same goal with a foundation of trust.